Hey, my name is Joey and I'm here to do a review on the Mokerlink switch. By the company on Facebook to do a review for this switch right here. This is an 8-port POE-G080G network switch. I did a little bit of a test of this in the office for about a week to see what I ran into, and I hope this review helps you. First off, when a brand approaches me wanting to do a product review, the first thing I do is I start to do a little bit of research on the company and find out who they are, what they sell, and what kind of reviews they have. I went to Amazon and I got to looking at the switch online. This seems to have great reviews. It's got 4.5, almost 5 stars, and excellent reviews going down through here. The price of this switch at the time I purchased it was $54.88. The company did offer me, I think it was a $25 rebate or a PayPal payment to do this review. So this is a paid, somewhat paid, sponsored review. One thing that really impressed me about this device was that when I purchased it, it only took less than 1 day to get here. I think I ordered it off Amazon on September the 13th about 8 o'clock at night, and by September the 14th it was already here. Now, just to talk for a minute about the things I like about the switch. One, it is all metal. It is a nice sturdy metal case. It has power, I think, up to 150 watts of PoE power. It came with a power cord, obviously. It has the built-in mounting brackets on the side. Inside the box, it had a power cable, and it also had mounting brackets. And I love these little things because they're so underrated when you're trying to do a nice, clean network setup. According to the brochure here, it has a free 1-year extended warranty. That's extended an extra year when you register your product and claim your warranty online. I did go to their support website to get some. I wanted to find out if they had a support phone number that you could call. They did not have a support phone number. They did have the support email. And I have emailed them, and it's been over 24 hours. I have not got a response yet. But to be honest, for a $54.88 switch, $54.88 switch, I would not expect, for them to have a staff on hand 24/7 to answer you every tech support question by phone immediately. If I get a response back, I'll let you know how it turns out. If you notice, this thing did come from Wuhan, China. I did Google the address, and that was a little bit, I don't want to say bad, but it was nerve-wracking that with all the things going on in Wuhan right now, it did make me very nervous when I got it in the mail. I'm not going to lie, I let it sit outside in my truck for about a week just to, make sure that if there was any germs on it at all, it would be nice and sanitized by the time I brought it in. I hooked it up in the office, and I've been running for a week using this switch here. To be honest, I haven't had any problems out of it. Everything was pretty much plug and play. It powers all my devices. It powers my telephones. It powers my networks, my network IP cameras. It powers my Wi-Fi access points. I have other switches that are PoE that I've used in the past, and usually they get pretty hot, or they cannot power a whole lot of devices at once. For this one, I'll show you that even when I turn on the lights here, and you'll see the network camera the infrared should be coming on any second. See if I can make it come up a little bit quicker here. But it does power that. I've seen before network switches say they have a lot of power, but then when you go to hook them up, they don't actually, the switch will just kind of wig out and they'll just kind of shut off. But overall, I've been using this product for a week. There's not a lot to talk about network switch. Pretty much the main questions you would ask is, does it work? Is it simple? Does it do what it promises it says it's going to do? Is it reliable? And I can say that the Mokerlink brand switch right here, it does work fine. I haven't had any issues with it all week long. The only criticisms I would have for this thing is the link lights are on the bottom instead of on the top. So if it's sitting on your desk or on the wall, it may be a little difficult to see the link lights to see if it's you have a good network connectivity to it. Most people are used to seeing it right here at the top, but having it on the bottom, at least you have a light compared to some switches out there. Typically, when I do access points and IP phones, I use PoE injectors like this, and they work fine as well. But the problem with these is that they often don't check to see if the device can handle PoE or not. And it's not uncommon for these little PoE injectors to zap a device that couldn't handle it, especially with end users that don't know what they're doing and they just plug stuff in wherever they feel like plugging it in at. One of the other things I wanted to see, of course, with a network switch is blah, 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 is did it affect my speed? All right, so I got my laptop here plugged in with the little black LAN cable going all the way down to the network switch. And the speeds for my speed test, you can see here it's about 140, 160, which is typical. That's what I usually get. If I pause this, stop, and then plug in straight into my Unify USG in the back there, so I'm plugged directly into my router. And if I rerun the same test, you can see right there I'm getting about the same speeds as if I was just hardwired straight in throughout the switch. So it doesn't really affect my speed. It does what it says it's going to do. It's a gigabit switch. Overall, I'm extremely happy with it, especially for the price. I want to take a minute just to talk about that. For $54, you get 8 ports of PoE. If I had to buy 8 different PoE injectors, you can see on here they range from $17, $28, $15. It could be anywhere between, this will save me anywhere between $80 and $200, depending on what kind of PoE switches you get. Overall, I am very, very happy with this purchase. I'm so glad that they reached out to me. I wish they would reach out to me and let me demo some more of their products. But overall, I recommend this switch. There's not many times that you run across something that actually just works, and this device just works. I'm really excited to continue to use this thing. I wouldn't have any trepidations at all as far as installing this in a business or in my grandma's house or whatever, being that it's made completely out of metal. Even if there was a power surge or something like that that would zap it, I feel like the metal case does protect it a lot more than a lot of other cheap PoE switches that are made out of plastic out there. So it feels heavy, it looks good, it looks sturdy. Their website did look professional. I googled where they were located in Wuhan. It says somewhere over here, which is not very far from the some of the things that were going on in the world in today. But like I said, if you can get past that, I think that this is an excellent investment. With it come with a 1-year warranty, to be honest, even if the device failed and I had to do an RMA or return it, I would probably just buy a whole nother one, because by the time you pay the $8 to $10 for shipping and handling, and then one way and then the other way, you're better off just buying a brand new one anyway. So overall, I appreciate them reaching out to me, and I cannot recommend this device enough. Thank you so much.